Special good morning to world champions. Happy Sunday. Once again, the world champions are now back in action. And when I mean back in action, it is no longer a pre-season game. This is now where our Premier League season is expected to kickstart. And guess what? We are expected to take on Crystal Palace by 2 p.m. Nigerian time. A lot of us are really excited to see that game. Now, we're gonna take this time, predict and analyze what that game could likely come up. First of all, before moving on, if Chelsea can be able to, not underrate Crystal Palace in this very game, we go win. Because I just took my time to watch the last two games where we say we played against Crystal Palace last season, where we had the other one was a 1-1 draw, the other one was also, is it like a 1-1 draw or a goalless draw? We collected 2 points from Crystal Palace home and away last season, and that is to show you how strong Crystal Palace is. And checking out their game against Manchester City in the FA Cup and also Liverpool recently, you can see that Crystal Palace as a football club have really developed. They don't really develop, but whatever it is, they go still collect from our hand today. If we only not to underrate them, because like I said the last time we say we play against them, we don't underrate them with the records, so we say we get over them. If we can be able not to underrate them today, get me right, we are going to defeat Crystal Palace. We are going to win them. We are going to give them a point. You got my point. I think the new coach of Crystal Palace have really improved them a lot. They have really improved them a lot. And come to think about the way the trophies they have already won, it is giving them that they can do more with against bigger teams, because now against two big teams, say they won the Community Shield and also the FA Cup. They also believe they can do things. But we Chelsea, we know they fear. We go still tell them why we are world champions. You got my point. Now moving on, now you can see that the Tosin and Corey is not around. People will be saying so Maresca talk say now then they play perfectly well. Now then they understand them for that centre back area. Now then they understand when they need to enter into the midfield so that their attack go fit go well. Say now these two they understand that way. Say others know the two understand them well. The likes of Fofana and Badishi, anytime we say they play there, they struggle. Now that the two is not available against Crystal Palace, Wesley Fofana have not played any official match, and we don't take his fit to start against Crystal Palace. Now, my starting lineup, I think Enzo Maresca will be going with Josh and Chaluba, because checking against the Bayer Leverkusen game, you can see for those of you saying that Josh cannot play as a centre back, but he a CCB, he can play the center back perfectly. He can play there perfectly, because look at this those draw here. You can see the way Chaluba was on the left right, while Gusto was on the right wing, Chaluba on the left wing. You can see the way Josh was in the center controlling, and in that very game all his passes was 100 correct, perfectly correct, 100% correct. So I think today, I know say Crystal Palace might have a physical more stronger than that of Bayer Leverkusen and all the AC Milan. And who can hold Mateta, because that guy, his weight like this, they fear me. Anyway, I think this is the information we'll be saying Zumares can use, but I cannot be predicting his starting lineup. What's your scores between Chelsea and Crystal Palace? Remember, Tosin injury is not that kind serious. The reason why we say Tosin no go play today, say he no complete the training session, we say they get last on Friday. Then they want to take precaution, they want to prevent it. Maybe they don't want to go risk him, making him come get a long-term injury. That's the reason why I think say Chelsea, decided not to play him today. Maybe if he come, because this injury or this news of not playing is not 100% sure. Now 70 at this moment. So if he play, it be like it means that Chelsea won't take risk. But if he not play, it means that Chelsea are taking precaution not for him to get injured that time on. And we are expecting him to return back on Friday against West Ham. Now moving on now, a lot of people have been really bothered concerning who is going to be starting against between Liam Delap and Gia Pedro. Leave the manager to do his work, because that one not be for you. The two are trying. So drop your prediction. I think it's going to be a very huge game, very beautiful game, very strong game, very physical game. But at the end of the day, Chelsea is going to win that game, and I will be going by 3-1 against Crystal Palace today, because at the year say Eberechi has a final play because of the transfer speculation where they link him to Tottenham. Already don't agree personal terms with Tottenham. So that could be a very big advantage for Chelsea, because a player like Eberechi not playing the Crystal Palace team is a very, very big advantage to every other opponent that is going to be playing against Crystal Palace, because his influence and presence into the pitch brings a lot of difference. So I think it's going to be a very good advantage for us. But for now, I think Chelsea could give Crystal Palace a way. Let me know what you think under the comments.